Alright, we're back. I've done a little bit more work on this. I haven't quite finished the polishing yet, but I've been around it with a file and we're getting kind of close to where we want to be. In fact, with the jiggling we're getting very close to where we want to be, so I'm going to fit this together and I think just put a tack maybe here and here and then see how it all fits up and what we've got left to do. So I'll bring you back in a second. I hope you can see the light's not great in here, but I've just offered this in place and we're looking good. Tailpipe's headed out in the right place. That end is looking okay. We've got a bit of tube in there, and the next stage will be some horrible pie cuts to get up to the front flange there, but for the moment this is okay. I'll just take this quick opportunity to say, because I always give Jody a plug, head over to weldingtipsandtricks.com if you want TIG welding tips. I mean, it's a really helpful resource. I'm not going to give you welding tips because Jody's a much better welder than I am. One thing I will say is if you're dealing with relatively thin stainless, this is maybe 30 thou wall, 35 thou. Time spent getting a decent fit up with no gap, not even a thou, is never wasted, and time spent cleaning and fitting is never wasted. So if you look at this, I mean, one of the advantages of a good fit up is you can quickly maybe double your amperage. If you work on 1 amp per thou, I set 60 amps there, and just blast it where it's actually touching for about 1/10 of a second, and you'll get a tack smaller than the finished weld. That won't work. There's another one there. That won't work unless it really fits tight with no gap. You can see there's a tiny gap there, but that will just tap up or squeeze up as I tack it. I'm going to put some frequent tacks, maybe every ½ inch or so, little speed tacks, and then weld it out. But I'm not going to do that yet until I've done a bit more, because you never know when you might need to break something apart, and those little tacks will break without doing any damage. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'll bring you some more very soon, bring you back very soon. I was in the mood, so I did a tiny bit more off camera. There we are, kind of jigged up in about the right position there. I put the first of these little pie cuts in here, because basically we've now got to get from here to here. I'll have to straighten this and form some conical cut sections. There's a little bit of short pipe inside here and a weld here. I've got to grind all this away. That'll leave a short pipe sticking down from here. So I can get a conical piece just over there and begin to come round to here, which is a pain, but it does the job and gets the gases flowing down there nice and smooth and out, which is the object of the whole exercise. It's just about cost effective to do this. A replacement part is a serious amount of money, and this is a satisfactory repair, provided we ensure that all of these bits are good enough to weld to and good enough for several more years service, which they are. If not, I've got some kind of overhauled spares to use, so it'll work out, and it'll be about half the price of replacement, hopefully. Right, I had to do a little bit off camera today, but I haven't done anything exciting, so You haven't missed too much. I just cleaned, focus, cleaned and flushed up on the abrasive wheel with a new abrasive disc, and speed tacked this on here, cleaned this end, cut a bit of tube here. So all I've got to do now is with some paper and scissors and bits form this cone to go in here from sheet. That will join up the two flanges and get them going down out the back there in as smooth and clean a way as possible, and all the critical area, which is the cabin heat exchanger here, will be new with no welds in it, so that should be good. Alrighty, I hope you can see this. Left my camera behind, so I'm filming with my phone tonight, but I've got a piece of paper taped in here in this gap. We've got to invent the piece to go in there. Now usually when you've got two pipes facing each other and you've dualed them so they sort of almost point at each other, there's a conical shape that can be formed from flat material by wrapping paper like this, and in this case I think there is. If I get inside with the pen there, I'll be able to mark most of it, and maybe stop, cut and tape and do the other half. Okay, my battery's going to go in a minute. Let's see. I'll pull that round with my teeth. Okay. Pen on my other hand in there. I need to get that straight. I've got a couple of marks on it, and in the best tradition of Blue Peter, one I made earlier, and hopefully just before my battery fails, if I get this stuck on here, see, that's going to wrap around. I'm going to do it in two halves, but we'll have a go at making that tomorrow, I hope. Thanks for watching. Please come back for the next part. Thank you. Bye bye.